Hey, everybody. First of all, thank you for all the great comments. I get dozens and dozens of comments on my videos. I had no idea this thing was going to blow up when I started to produce videos last year. I'm making this in February of 2021. This YouTube channel and my Instagram has blown up, JCN Law. So thank you. Thank you for all the great comments and the support. I just want to talk briefly about a law that came to my attention from another part of the world in South Africa. So if you're in South Africa, and I get comments from all over the world, check with local legal counsel on this because I'm not licensed there. But this has to do with postnuptial agreements. That's after the wedding date, after you take your vows and you're already married. Many people enter into postnups for dozens of different reasons. But one of the viewers wrote to me that postnuptial agreements are recognized in South Africa. However, this always entails a high court application to change the existing marital regime. Now, in a place like South Africa, the marital regime defaults to community property. So if you don't want to have everything that's entered, anything that's acquired during the marriage, whether it's a debt or an asset, as community property, you can opt out, and there's multiple ways to do that. So it also says such an application must be brought jointly by the spouses of the said marriage. So here you have husband and wife filing a joint petition to have a court rule on it. Wow, that's phenomenal. Why? Because it takes the risk out if the court approves it. They went on to say, should the High Court be satisfied with the application of a postnuptial agreement, it may be entered into and registered in the deeds office. So that's fabulous. I wish every jurisdiction did that. Everybody wins. Why? Because you have a joint application, a husband and wife go in front of a judge and say, we want this to be how our marital estate is handled in the event of death or divorce. And then the judge can question the husband and wife on their own, sua sponte, it's called here in the US, a Latin term, and say, did anybody threaten you? Did you understand this agreement? Do you speak this language? Or even better, your lawyer can go ahead and question the other person. And it's not adversarial. This is not going to take a day or two or longer like a trial. It's just so the court is convinced that everybody's doing this on their own free will. And it's not going to it can't get litigated later. If it does, the chances are infinitesimally small that it would get set aside. Why is this good? Everybody wins. One, the courts win. They're not litigating postnuptial agreements there as long as they're entered into via this mechanism by bringing them to the court ahead of time and then having the court having the ability to either take testimony or ask questions. And the parties are under oath and the lawyers are there. And as long as nobody's under duress or threatened and it's done under their rules, then they don't have to waste time litigating postnuptial agreements anymore. Two, the courts still make money. Anytime you file an application, there's got to be a fee, okay? Three, the parties win because if it's something that they want, they don't have to worry whether or not somebody's going to change their mind. Let me give you an example, just one little example of where these postnuptial agreements really come in handy and they're worth every penny. Say you're a couple and you want to buy a home and you don't have enough money for the down payment and one of your parents gives you a boatload of money for the down payment on the house, but they want to protect that money, that down payment money, in case the parties split up or divorce. Well, postnuptial agreement's a perfect way to do it. Here, it's really protected if you have a mechanism to have a judge enter an order and make a judicial determination and say, this is valid. Nobody was under duress. They followed the rules. This is fine. So here's why I'm making the video. What a phenomenal mechanism to have the parties decide without pressure or duress or threat or anything how their financial affairs are going to unfold in the event of divorce. Now, to my knowledge, there's no mechanism for a prenup in this jurisdiction or any jurisdiction that I know. But if you know of a jurisdiction where you can get a determination as to whether or not it's valid, leave it in the comments. If you have any other thoughts on how you think it could be more fair, leave it in the comments, because this is a phenomenal device that you can use to assure that your wishes are going to be followed in the event of divorce or death, okay? Leave a comment, a like, a subscribe. I'm wearing my lucky sweater today, too, so if you like it, or if you don't, let me know. It's probably older than you are. Thanks for watching. Be careful out there, and check with local counsel. This is not a do-it-yourself kind of document. They get set aside all the time, and ask me how I know, all right? Be careful out there.